The Read to Your Potential program will help your children improve their reading skills 1 to 6 grade levels in the 2 hours it takes to complete the program. They will have full comprehension and 100% retention. Now my son was actually failing grade 3 because he couldn't read. He was diagnosed with Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, ADHD, with a severe reading disability. Of course, the teachers just wanted to push him ahead into grade 4, grade 5, grade 6 without him being able to read. My husband and I insisted that he repeat grade 3. In fact, we ended up having to move him to a different school. We told Reese it was a lateral transfer, and he repeated grade 3. At the end of his second year in grade 3, when he was finally reading at a first grade level, that's when we sat down and did Read to Your Potential together. I had been traveling across North America teaching speed reading, and I was looking at Reese and thinking about the speed reading techniques and wondering if I modified them, would it work for a student? And that's what I did. I modified the speed reading techniques. We sat down as a family at the end of Reese's second year in grade 3, and we did this program as a family. In 3 weeks, Reese's reading skills improved from a first grade level to a 5th grade level. He started grade 4 2 days into grade 4. They bumped him up to grade 5 because he had caught up with his age group. In grade 6, he won a reading competition. We live in Calgary, Alberta, and our hockey team is the Calgary Flames. The Calgary Flames sponsor a reading program and a reading competition. So in grade 6, 2 years after Reese learned how to read, he won a reading competition in Calgary. He was one of the top 10 grade 6 readers in Calgary. Reese graduated from grade 12 2 years ago at 17 years old. He's now 19 years old. The last thing I saw him reading was a 90-page building inspection report. He's bound and determined to become a real estate investor, and he is well on his way to doing it. That's what this reading program, Read to Your Potential, will do for your children. From failing grade 3 to loving reading. How many times have I looked at him over the years and said, Reese, quit spending so much of your money on books? Wouldn't you love to be able to say that to your children? Let me explain a little bit about how these reading techniques work. We are taught to read properly. They teach us to pronounce every letter, pronounce every syllable, pronounce every word. And I think that's the only way we can be taught to read. It certainly worked with me, and it works. The problem is that's all they teach us about reading. So right now, when you are reading anything, you actually have a little voice in the back of your head that reads all the words out loud. What I'd like you to do is read the words that are going across the screen right now, but as you read them, listen to the little voice in the back of your head that pronounces all the words out loud. Go ahead. Do you hear the voice? Okay, there's only supposed to be one voice back there. If you were hearing 2 voices and having an argument, you heard the voice, no you don't, yes you do, no you don't. That's too many voices. The Read to Your Potential program won't help you with that. That's how come we read so slowly. We can only speak at a maximum 400 words a minute. Most of us read about half that speed. Most of us read at about 240 words a minute. We can only read as fast as that voice in the back of our head is pronouncing the words. But we don't think that way. Dr. Carl Menninger proved in 1954 that we think at 80,000 words a minute. Sitting here right now listening to me, you are thinking at 80,000 words a minute. And I think I can prove it. Close your eyes. Go ahead, close your eyes and answer these questions out loud. Do I have short hair or long hair? Glasses or not? Wearing a jacket, blouse, a t-shirt? What color is the jacket? Open your eyes. How did you do? 80 to 100%. We think at 80,000 words a minute, we look around, we know what we've seen, you close your eyes, and we can remember 80 to 100% of what we've seen. We turn that ability off when we start reading. This program will help your children turn that ability back on. I don't think that the kids today think at 80,000 words a minute. I think they think more than twice that fast. I think kids today are thinking at about 200,000 words a minute. They're taught with television and computer. Our kids today are brilliant and they think so much faster than we do. It's our smartest children that are having trouble reading. You will find that your children who are having trouble reading are extremely bright. They're great at math. They have phenomenal memories. They can remember every word of every movie they've ever watched, but they can't remember 3 words from a sentence they just read. It's not their memory. It's the way they're reading. So what this program does is it turns off the voice in the back of your head. The program comes complete. It's a two audio CD program, and it comes with the workbook. You pop the first CD in, you open to page 1 of the workbook, you follow through. By the end of the program, it's 2 hours long, your students will have improved their reading skills 1 to 6 grade levels, and you will have proof because there are tests to show it. There are also tests to prove that they're comprehending what they're reading and to show you how well they're retaining what they're reading. I have been teaching these reading skills to students for the past 5 years from the Read to Your Potential program. We have proof from hundreds of students that these reading techniques work with children who have ADD, Attention Deficit Disorder, ADHD, Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, short-term memory disorder, dyslexia. They work extremely well with children who are learning English as a second language. They work with kids who just hate reading because reading is boring and they have better things to do. Get this program, teach it to your children. Can you afford the time? I mean, you can't buy this program and give it to a child and say, hey, I bought you some extra homework. Go ahead, sit down and do it. So as a family, when we did it, I actually did separate rewards with each of my children. With my middle son, it was so important that Reese do this program with me. I said, if you will stick with this, do the program with me, and then do the 6-minute drill every day for 21 days, I will buy you your Game Boy. With our oldest son, he was 12 at the time, he was reading great already, but I wanted him to learn these skills as well. And I said to him, you do this with us and you get to pick the big screen movie of your choice, because we didn't go out to the movies very often. My daughter was 5 at the time, she was already reading, and I said to her, if you do this with me, you and Mommy will go out for lunch. I actually got my husband to sit down and do it as well, and I'm not going to tell you what reward I offered him, but it worked as well. So what you want to do is you can't just buy homework for your kids and expect them to do it. You can do a family reward. Once we do this, then as a family we will, or offer individual rewards. With your children who are in junior high or high school, very easy to get them interested in this program. All you have to say to them is, hey, would you like to read something once and always be able to remember it? You will never have to study anything again, because that's what this program will do for your kids. They read it once, they understand everything they're reading, and they will remember everything they've read. Get Read to Your Potential now. Do it with your children now.